They're useless for anything viral. They don't do anything for a virus. But unfortunately, people with viral problems will still be given antibiotics, mainly by a harassed doctor who just, because they said, give me something, doc. For viruses, mostly you just have to wait for the body to get rid of it. But giving an antibiotic is actually of no use at all. You don't take my word for it. Everyone knows this. And you get NHS, in this country, posters saying antibiotics are no good for viruses. Please don't ask your doctor for them. So for many of these things, colds and respiratory problems, for example, there are many spices. I mean, some of the things on that plate there are particularly good for colds and viruses up here. And so we put that all together in the package and said, we can encourage people not to ask the doc for an antibiotic and use some of these home, easy, free, or sometimes treatments to use instead of the antibiotic.
When you say antibiotics are the most urgent health issue of the moment, I want to fully understand why you think it's so urgent, because we're going to develop a resistance, which means that we're more susceptible to disease.
It's already happening, and it's not me that's saying this. These are the guys who look after our healthcare for us, like the World Health Organization, who are really getting close to panic about this issue, because already the number of people dying from antibiotic resistance infections is beginning to rise dramatically. And new antibiotics, unfortunately, there's less financial incentive to develop them because they're often handed out free in various countries, so you don't get the margins back. And the pipeline of new antibiotics is not good. So all you need to do is check on the World Health Organization to get the chapter and verse on that. It's actually quite frightening.
I'm on the World Health Organization site now, and I found a definition of antibiotic resistance. It's when bacteria stops responding to antibiotics and is mainly caused by overusing or misusing antibiotics. In 2022, US doctors gave out about 236 million US doctors gave out 236 million antibiotic prescriptions, roughly 7 prescriptions for every 10 people. Studies show that at least roughly 30% of antibiotic prescriptions in the US aren't needed, especially in places like doctors' offices and emergency rooms. In 2020, about 30 million antibiotic prescriptions were given out in the UK. Children aged 0 to 14 made up 3.6 million of those. And in 2023, the World Health Organization declared antibiotic resistance one of the top global health threats and estimated that it is responsible for 1.27 million global deaths in 2019 and contributed to almost 5 million deaths.
That was 2019. I can tell you that the figures have risen dramatically since then. So that's what people think. And just on a personal basis, you go and you need an operation, and you know that that's going to involve exposure to hospital infections, which is one of the most serious of them, the ones in the average hospital. There's some of the most lethal ones there. Increasingly, that is going to be a risk, that you get something that you can't treat.
You're not saying don't take antibiotics.
No, I'm saying take them carefully. Use them when you need them and not otherwise. And again, it's not me saying this, is most responsible doctors would wish that their patients wouldn't keep asking for them.